Hey boo boo, welcome to my channel, it's Mandy. Today's video wasn't planned because I didn't know how the final product was going to look like, but I decided to post it anyways. I made a flower wall backdrop for my engagement party. I thought of renting or buying, but all the options were between $700 and $1,000. No way. So I decided to make my own. The total cost was $220 and I'll leave all the costs in the description. So if you want to see how I made it, keep on watching. We're going to Home Depot to buy supplies. I've never done this, so I actually don't know what I'm doing. I'm not supposed to be using music that I don't have copyrights to. We're at the Home Depot. We were looking for something to attach the flower panels to, and we were thinking either plywood or styrofoam. We decided to go with the styrofoam because it's lighter and easier to handle. This size is 4 by 8 feet. This is a plywood. If you have panels like this, you can go ahead and nail it to the plywood, but I thought that was too heavy to transport and everything. It was just a hassle and it's a little bit more expensive, so I decided to go with the insulation styrofoam. So we borrowed Steven's grandma's car because it's the biggest car that we have to fit the insulation, but it's so big. It's 4 by 8. 4 by 8. So it was super hard to get in. He can barely fit in his seat, and I'm just like literally laying in the back of a SUV. So this thing can fit. I hope it works. So for materials, you're going to need either individual flowers or flower panels. I got 12 from downtown LA. Also faux flowers to put on top of the panels, and you can get as many as you'd like. I kept it really simple, not very saturated, so I only got 6 bouquets of 6 flowers, so a total of 36 roses. Also, I got more mini roses from the dollar store. You'll need either plywood or styrofoam to attach the panels, aluminum wire. I chose aluminum because it's easier to bend with your own hands, then a wire cutter, greenery if you want to put greenery on the edges, and I wanted to emphasize that it was for our engagement, so I got a banner, but this is only optional. I started by laying all of the panels on top of the styrofoam and then attaching each panel to each other with this little hook. Then make sure that it's secure. Once all the panels were attached to each other with the aluminum wire, I started to attach or tie the panels to the styrofoam on the edges. I found this was the easiest and fastest way to get it done. You're going to repeat this for all the panels around the edges until every single one is tied to the styrofoam. Next is the greenery that I bought to put around the edges. Just like the panels, you're going to tie this with the wire to the styrofoam around the edges. I got the greenery from Michael's and 4 strands were perfect to cover the entire area of the styrofoam. In the corners, you'll have to bend the greenery, but the length is perfect to cover all the edges. The next step is positioning the roses to see where you want to place them, and I haven't attached them yet in case I want to move things around. I left the top of the wall empty because that's where I was going to put the banner, but I didn't receive it until the very last minute, so I decided to leave it blank and work on the rest of the wall in the meantime. The way you're going to put the roses on top is by inserting the stem into those little things that stick out of a panel, and it should be secure once it's in. It shouldn't fall out. So I did this with all of the big roses and made sure that they weren't loose. Next, I filled the empty spaces with the leaves and other flowers that were in the bouquet where I got the roses from. I finally received my banner. It says Bobu Engaged. My fiance is Bo and I am Boo, so this is our blended name. I put it together and then I tied it to the flower panels. It was really easy, nothing complicated. It just hangs in there and it's perfect. Finally, the final step is to put flowers or roses around the banner and then fill out the empty spaces with other flowers. In this case, I use mini roses from the dollar store. Here you have the final product. And here's a picture so you guys can see how it looks when you stand in front of it and take pictures. So after making the wall, taking pictures and everything, my recommendation would be to get a bigger one. The height was perfect, but it wasn't too wide. So I would recommend you to get either 2 boards and put them together or try to find a bigger one. Also, if you're gonna get a banner, I would recommend to get a color that pops against the background. My background was white and then I had the gold banner, which looked really well in person, but it didn't photograph as well. This is it. So you guys, I hope this video was helpful and I really hope to see you on the next one.